Hey guys, it's Shannon from iHeartRadio Canada, joined by Karis. First of all, congratulations, EP Day!
Hi, thank you.
That's so exciting. Does it almost feel like it's like your birthday or something because it's like such a huge day?
Yeah, people. I honestly didn't expect as many people reaching out as they did. Like, I feel really excited. It does feel like a birthday. My phone's been blown up. I feel very lucky.
Yeah, I feel like I would just like wake up with like butterflies in my stomach being like, it's the day or, well, yeah. Did it release at midnight? So did you just stay up till midnight and like start to see the reaction?
I was trying to, and then I passed out at 11:30, but I woke up this morning and I felt just like that. Felt very nervous, but excited. Same thing.
Yeah. How has the reaction been? What's it been like?
It's been good. Yeah, I haven't gotten a text yet being like, this sucks and you suck and I hate you. But, luckily I have so many people that are on my team, I would say, that are just like so great. Like my best friend sent me a video of her reacting to my music video and like made me cry this morning. And people have just been so nice.
Yeah. And you can see that too, even with the video that came out today. Like all the comments too. And so many of the comments say that you are just so underrated. So how do you feel when people say that to you? Like the most underrated artist. Everyone's sleeping on Karis.
My instinct is to say, I don't know why it is.
That's good.
What is underrated? I guess it's a positive thing that I'm
underrated. Oh, totally. It's like you need more recognition for the work that you're doing because you're so good.
Recognize me. No, but I think that's so nice. I mean, like it's been great seeing like the genuine growth of myself as an artist, and people's recognition of me. I do notice it. For a while when I was making music, it's like there's a long period where it kind of feels like nothing's happening and you're just like, yeah, I'm doing all this stuff, but we're not releasing anything and like nothing's changing. It feels very stagnant. So once we started releasing music, when you actually see the reaction of people and see how it's growing, it's surreal.
Yeah, I get that back. That's gotta be a good feeling for sure. Yeah. What was the process like putting together this EP? Like how long have you been holding on to these songs? What's the timeline been like?
Well, for over a year, we've had some of these songs. Princesses Don't Cry, we've had for a long, long time. It does kind of detail a very specific point of my life, which is around end of 2019, beginning of 2020, which was like this very self-reflective phase that I had. Well, I guess it's now become just like my life. But for a long time, I never really took time to process, like, what am I feeling? Why am I doing this? How come I think this? Like, why am I this person? And once I started doing that at the end of last year, a lot of things started coming up about like validation, people pleasing, how it kind of like runs the way that I live my life. And I think that this EP is a perfect like roundup of that time, of the complicatedness of like exploring growth and knowing you need to let go of some things, but like resisting it also because it's safe. All that fun stuff.
That's going to be a hard thing to tap into, like all those vulnerable feelings and things. How did you express those? Like, was it writing? Was it just like sitting down and like meditating with your thoughts?
Both. I meditate every day, which I'm very proud of. I used to be I still am, honestly. I'm a very messy person. I've never had a schedule. I've never been a routine person. So to add meditating, journaling to my routine, it's changed the way I see my day and myself tremendously. I would recommend it to anyone, but also writing songs and stuff has always been therapeutic and cathartic to me.
Yeah. Is there like a sense of vulnerability then that comes out with like having this full EP out now and then expressing yourself in those vulnerable ways?
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. It's so scary when you actually like, I was listening to Bad Boy and Some of You in the car the other day, and I was like, damn, this is some like vulnerable stuff to share and like to really share that I feel like this. It's like, I don't even really think about it till it's out, which is a problem. Cause then I'm like, oh wait, what people are gonna hear this? It's almost like, girl, do you not know what your job is?
Do you not know what you're doing? I feel like that's almost better though, because then once it's out, it's not like you can take it back at that point, right?
Yeah. It's like, you know what? I said it. I did it. That's what I mean. That's what I think. And it changes all the time. Like, what I've loved seeing through my music is my own growth. You can kind of just, if you listen to all of it in a row, it's just kind of, not that anyone should or would, but it's right there.
Yeah, yeah. And it does really feel like you like get to know you as a person by listening to it. Like it's so good in that
Yeah.
way. And so relatable too. Like what do you want people to take away or like relate to the most from your EP and like the messages that you have?
I think the number one thing, which I keep talking about today, is that we are so much more complicated than, like, every single person is so much more nuanced and complicated than we ever see, especially because of social media and especially because of just this time also where we're all separated and it's confusing. And I think hopefully, I don't know, like when I was writing it, I didn't have anything in mind that I'm like, people should take this from
Right.
this. But it is a lot about letting go. And I think that's something I've taken from listening to it is just let go, have fun, try stuff, and just like be who you are, because we're only here for so long, and no one has it figured out. I
Yeah.
guess I don't know if the EP says that, but that's what I'm saying.
Good. That works. Yeah, and that does make so much sense. And I think people get a little like wound up or just like very insecure too because of like social media and comparing themselves constantly to others. Like I know I deal with that constantly and I can see so many other people do it too. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we understand things. I read this the other day. It was like we understand things in comparisons. Like we don't know dark unless we know light, and we don't know up unless we know down. So to have that heightened with social media where like you're comparing yourself to things that aren't even real most of the time, or you're just not seeing the whole picture, it's damaging.
Yeah. And that's what social media is. It's like a snippet of something. You're never seeing the full picture. Yeah.
That's not real life. That's something I have to tell myself too. I'm like, Instagram is not real life. It's an app. Everybody that has that app is also a person.
Yeah.
Like there's no secret, games. We're all just people using an app.
So I think that's why I like TikTok better, because I'm like, oh, people are like actually expressing like real parts of themselves rather than just like the picture perfect.
Yeah. TikTok shocks me sometimes with how open people are about stuff. I'll like be scrolling through my For You and it'll be like just like songs and affirmations, and someone will be like just TMIing a whole I'm like, good for you. Honestly, in this world.
Seriously, in a bathroom stall, like recording a video, and I'm like, I didn't ask for this. It's just on my free page, but
it made me feel more brave. I like literally having TikTok. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, this is okay.
Yeah.
I can't be like that.
That's what I mean. It's like opposite of Instagram in that way. It's so it's refreshing almost. I want to talk about the song "When a Girl." This song hit me. It's so good, and there's one line that totally stuck out to me that says, "Boys will be boys, but girls can't be girls. If they are, they're never good enough." I was like, yes. Karis, that's like exactly what it is. Yeah. So what made you like want to write this track?
Well, fun fact, I didn't write this track. Okay. This was gifted to me. It was pitched to me by my team. Nice. And I heard it and I was like, I just resonated with it so deeply. And it felt like I did write it in a way, not to take credit, but it felt, I was like, these feel like my words, or like what I would try to say if I did want to say this.
Yeah.
Which I do. So it was just like, it felt like a piece in the puzzle. So I picked it, and that line specifically did stand out to me too. And when I heard it the first time, and not only to me in the binaries, like boys and girls, but also just like, the people that, well, boys, and then anybody else that just doesn't get the same opportunity to just like be forgiven, be who they are, be as they are. It's like there's so many more boxes for everybody else to fit into that are impossible. And especially like I grew up very like I was very against the grain. I didn't like being put into any box. So like anytime someone would tell me like you're this, or you're supposed to be this, or shave your legs, or do this, I'm like, you can't control what I do. This isn't, and it's still clearly still gets me. And I think it's important to talk about.
Yeah. And I think it's important to stand and hold on to that too, because I think anybody going against the grain are the people that are going to like succeed and like do things that are not the norm and unique. So that's I like that.
Yeah. And I hope that to be true. In what I've seen, I see that to be true. And that's what I try to follow. It's just like, kind of follow your anxiety, whatever makes you uncomfortable, and doesn't hurt anybody else, obviously. But like, if you really want to do something, you're just scared of, but nobody else is doing that. Or like, I don't know, I'm really working on owning that now and just being like, you know what? No, what's to say this it can't work, or this can't be good.
Yeah. That's a good way to be. Follow that fear. I like that. That's sweet. What do you find was the most challenging part of putting this all together? Was it the fact that we were in a pandemic?
Weirdly, no. Luckily, we finished this EP pretty much before the pandemic, before the lockdown happened in Canada, where it made it a lot more difficult to go out, and obviously you couldn't you couldn't go out and do stuff. So I had already recorded most of the vocals and stuff. The hardest part was picking which songs went on the EP, because we had so many different songs that were a lot of different genres, a lot of different vibes, and it was hard for me to pick and let go of some of the ones that are like, I really like this one, but it's too dark, like it doesn't match, and that whole thing.
Crazy. Save it for the next one. It's perfect.
Exactly. I have them saved. They're not in the garbage, but it's just like when you love something and you want people to hear it. But luckily, I feel that way about all these songs.
Well, you picked some good ones. This is a good EP. Love it. How did it feel for you to be the iHeartRadio Future Star? Fine.
A lot of that. I feel it was pretty shocking. I kind of don't feel like I take enough time to process these things. Like, it happened, I got told, and I think immediately my reaction is to be like, okay, cool. But like, that's not happening to me. You know, it kind of can be intimidating, but knowing that I was selected is I feel very grateful that there are people that believe in me and what I do, and that's why I can keep doing this. So that's ultimately my feelings around it.
That's a good way. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. And it's such a good accomplishment and very well deserved. So good job.
Thank you.
Last time that I talked to you, we were talking about the fact that you're in a long distance relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Someone who's in England. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
How's it going?
It's good. It's going good. Right now it sucks a little bit because of the distance.
Have you guys haven't seen each other?
No.
Yeah. That's so
but luckily I honestly feel like in a way it's strengthened our relationship. Strengthened. I haven't said that word. I feel like it's done good in ways that, like, we've had to deal with things we've never had to deal with, being a part in a pandemic. But it's just been great for communication.
Yeah. I'm in a long distance relationship with my girlfriend who lives in Chicago. So it's like very similar. Well, like not an ocean between, but still like closed border.
Oh my gosh. But you can't go. Have you gone to her? Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I'm with you then. I'm sad and glad we're in the same boat, because it is hard. None of my friends can like relate to it.
Yeah.
Like, part of me agrees with them too. They're like, but why? Like, why do you even do it? I'm like, love, it tricks you. Yeah. It just tricks you.
How do you guys make it work? Just a lot of FaceTime?
A lot of FaceTime and a lot of compassion, understanding for times when we just can't be there. I think, and it's also like, there's so many, I'm sure you relate, so many parts of a person you can't see when you're not with them. So acknowledging that, you know, if we answer the phone and one person's in a bad mood, that's not who they have become now, or like, that's not like the whole of who they are. It kind of feels like it's like a watered down version, unfortunately.
Yeah. That makes
like a relationship.
And just like not seeing them interact with other people, right?
Or do anything that they love to do. Like, I find that with my partner, like, I love to watch him play songs and like paint. Like, whenever we would do things together, it's like those moments where you really appreciate, like, oh, like, you're so cute. But when it's just like, you're just talking, it's like,
that's all you got.
Talk.
That's good. Oh yeah, I'm glad you can relate. That's good.
Yeah.
That's so sweet. Karis, congrats to Anyone Like You, EP out today. Congratulations. That's a huge accomplishment.
Thank you so much, Shannon.
Thank you for taking the time.
You too. Thank you.